What's going on, Proper Squad? Fatal Steven here, and welcome to another Fallout New Vegas test video. This suggestion comes from AZT1218, and they ask, use console commands to kill the shriveled zombie old man version of Mr. House before ever talking to Mr. House. Then see if you can talk to him using the big TV screen. So what they are asking me to do is talk to Mr. House in his actual human form, the old man version, before I even talk to the TV screen version of him. Will the connection still be there, or will the connection be lost? Now, when I was recording this footage, a lot of cool stuff actually happened, so let's get right into it and see what it was. So the first thing I did was travel to the north gate to enter the strip so I can enter the Lucky 38. I then got stopped by Old Ben, who wanted to give me some free advice. I didn't take it too kindly. I then paid the robot to allow me to enter, and in the strip I was. Once I was inside the strip, I had to talk to Victor to open the door for me to enter the Lucky 38. I then had to talk to Victor again to allow me to go to the penthouse suite. As you can see, Mr. House is connected and ready for me to talk to him, but I don't talk to him yet because I'm supposed to be talking to the old man version first. So what I do is I go straight to the hidden door and open it to see if the connection is still there or if the connection is lost right away. The moment I open the AntiChamber, even if I use console commands to unlock the terminal to open the AntiChamber door, everyone becomes hostile around me and I instantly fail the quest. The house always wins. And as you can see, the connection to Mr. House is now lost and I can't talk to the TV version anymore. As soon as I open that door, the connection is lost instantly. So the next thing I did was I reloaded my save, and instead of unlocking the terminal and opening the door, I'm just going to no-clip through the wall and see if the quest still fails and the connection is lost, or if I can proceed to Mr. House's body and kill him that way.
Engaging target.
So no-clipping through the wall worked. The quest did not fail right away. I was actually able to enter the control room and the quest still didn't fail. But the moment I opened up the chamber, the quest instantly failed and the connection was lost.
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone. Fool to let personalities derail future of mankind. Stupid. May there be a hell for you, a Tartarus, bleak, unending.
Now that Mr. House is out of the chamber, before killing him, I wanted to see if the connection was still there or if the connection was lost. So as I went back to the elevator, I couldn't open it. So, using console commands, I unlocked the elevator door and it allowed me to use it again to go back to the penthouse suite. While I was in the penthouse, everyone was still super hostile towards me, as if they would be if I opened the secret door. So as I no-clipped through the wall, the connection to Mr. House was lost. So back to the control room I went to deal with Mr. House once and for all. Also, fun fact, that whole chamber is actually part of Mr. House's NPC Bodies. So if I move Mr. House towards me, Not only does Mr. House's body move towards me, but the whole chamber does as well. And the cool part is, if you shoot him with an alien blaster and he disintegrates, not only does Mr. House disintegrate, but his whole chamber disintegrates with him as if it's part of his body. Next up, I loaded my save, and I COC'd myself to the Lucky 38 control room. Rather than actually going there, I teleported myself using console commands, to see if it would still fail the quest if I talked to Mr. House. While in the chamber, I tried to kill Mr. House using console commands to see if anything would happen. For some reason, the kill command on Mr. House didn't work. But if I used kill all, it would work. I then wanted to go back to the penthouse to see if the connection with Mr. House's TV was still there, but because I COC'd myself to the control room, the elevator was actually an invisible door. There was no real elevator there, so I then decided to COC myself to the Lucky 38 penthouse to see if the connection with Mr. House's TV was still there. But a weird thing happened, and it was actually really cool too. When I COC'd myself to the Lucky 38 penthouse, Mr. House was still there, but Mr. House was actually in NPC form. So the computer was in NPC form. There was no computer around him. It was Mr. House's voice, but he was a full-on NPC with a suit and everything. And I could talk to him, not too much dialogue, but I could talk to him for a second. And I could also kill and loot him. So that was very weird.
Later.
So then I thought to myself, alright, I literally just killed both versions of Mr. House. I killed the shriveled up old man version, and I also killed the TV version of Mr. House. So I was curious, if I went back to the Lucky 38 penthouse the legit way, if the connection was still lost with the computer, or if the connection was actually still there. I then was super curious to see if the NPC was actually in the computer, so I started no-clipping through the computer to see if I could find the NPC that was voicing the computer. So I'm guessing that NPC is only in the center of cell version of the Lucky 38 penthouse and not in the actual Lucky 38 penthouse. And finally, I wanted to see what would happen if I went back to the COC of the Lucky 38 penthouse, killed the Mr. House NPC, and then tried to talk to the TV version of Mr. House if the connection was still there, or if I was even able to talk to him. Unfortunately, I was not able to talk to Mr. House anymore once I killed his NPC version, even if his shriveled up version was still alive. So this was the only way I was able to get the old man version of Mr. House out of the chamber, and keep the connection with the TV version of Mr. House. Unfortunately, I was not able to talk to the TV version at all, but the connection was still there. Once I killed the old man version, the connection was lost as normal, and that's the end of it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video and watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did, and thank you for the suggestions. I really appreciate it. Outer Worlds is literally around the corner, and I cannot wait to get into that game and do the exact same stuff I've been doing with the Fallout series. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with my videos, and remember, stay proper. Peace.